Alright guys, I just finished talking about Smash Bros. I got all these cutouts of characters laying all over my floor. And we're gonna talk about something a little more serious today. So, get rid of Smash Bros. Listen, we got a topic for today. Back to school, right here. Look at this. Look at that. Back to school. All those YouTube channels talking about back to school shopping guides, all that funny stuff. Listen, we're gonna talk about back to school, because I know this is a common thing. A lot of people, aren't happy about, and I think I have a unique perspective on it. As you have all these YouTubers who are like 30 years old, and they're like, yeah, and back to school, yeah, what? Oh, yeah. Listen, they're not actually going back to school. I'm actually going back to school, so I can talk about it a bit. I want to give my perspective on how I view going back to school to maybe channel some of your guys' emotions about going back to school. Because I think I attract a younger audience on YouTube, considering I'm a kid. I feel mostly kids watch my videos, so I'm going to talk to you guys about going back to school and how I view going back to school. Now, right now, I'm going to be a junior next year. I was just a sophomore. I guess it's obvious if I'm going to be a junior, you were a sophomore. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. That's the order of high school. I just want to clarify that. I know that was very confusing to me when I first went in there. But going back to school isn't so bad for me because it really depends on your perspective of it all. For me, I view school as the norm, and summer's just more of a break. School is basically my normal life, and then summer's a break from it. I think some people view summer as their normal life, and then school gets in the way of summer. And if you view it that way, then of course you're not going to want to go back to school. But I think there's a lot of great things that really do happen at the beginning part of the school year that sort of eases me into it. So if you're in high school, you're probably familiar with homecoming. Very exciting time of year, in my opinion. It depends on how big your school is. You're going to do more or less with it, but as most schools at least have a dance. My school has a parade, a carnival, a football game, all kinds of fun stuff. And that's usually September to October, that time of year. I think fall's a fun time of year for school. There's a lot of interesting stuff that happens. I got my birthday in fall, so that's a fun thing that happens in fall. That's something to look forward to the school year. I think fall's just a good time of year as a whole. It's like, I kind of like that temperature where it's like not hot and not cold, but at the a little bit of wind, maybe it's a little cold then. I think that's a fun time of year. You got homecoming coming around, so that that kind of changes the dynamic of school. Instead of just like going to school, you're kind of thinking about how you're going to ask somebody to the dance, and then people are asking. That kind of keeps school relatively interesting on a day-to-day basis. Plus you have things to look forward to. Going through the motions at school I think is a little easier when you're like, all right, 3 more weeks till we have the fun game, or we have the carnival, or like usually a lot of clubs are building up to it, so you can kind of get the feel for the spirit of homecoming. You feel more of a part of your school. On the average day-to-day basis, it's just a walking through the hallways. But around the homecoming time of year, everybody, at least I feel, people sort of, you feel a part of the school. And I think it's just a great time of year. Some more fun stuff that happens around fall. We have Halloween, which leads into Thanksgiving break a little later on, which leads into Christmas. I just think the first half of the school year is a great part of the year. And that's why I don't really think, you should be sad to go into school, because there's a lot of awesome stuff that really happens in that front part of the year. Second half of the year, that's when it gets a little rough. We're not going to talk about the second part of the year. But if you don't want to go back to school, I encourage you to look at all the fun memories you have from school. You don't get those fun memories if you haven't sat through all those classes where you almost fall asleep. You gotta kind of take the good with the bad, and in order to get the good of school, you need to wake up early in the morning. So I hope talking about this is kind of giving you guys like hopefully changed your view on going back to school. Hopefully some of you people out there maybe are a little less, oh, gotta go back to school. Hopefully now you're like looking forward to the homecoming festivities. I know it's not for everybody. Personally, I enjoy that kind of stuff, but I know it's, maybe that's not what you personally look forward to, but at least you got Halloween, so you can look forward to that. But this has been more of a different style of video. I'm kind of trying this out. This is a little low on the editing, high on the thoughts, so that way, it's more like a digital diary. That's what I'm gonna be calling it. This is mostly for me, so I can look back on this and be like, when I'm like 30 years old, I can look back and be like, that's what I looked like when I was going into my junior year of high school. And maybe a couple of you guys felt a little more motivated to go to school out of it. So win-win, hopefully. So let me know down below what you are personally looking forward to at the beginning half of the school year. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Signing off, guys.
but I've got